alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis-Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Every day they're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up, because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Good timing on the quick out. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides the option, he keeps it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Taylor wants to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
No, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. So the opening drive of the game, and you spin it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not to start this up.
There he goes. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Here's Simmons to throw. Finds his man. It's Roberts. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is a type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want respect.
Here's a little room there. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Tigers want to move quickly. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
Never getting stopped on that second down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
Huge play in the red zone. Third and goal coming up. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they've finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Trying to find the end zone, and they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the first down.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He might want another play. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Tough call to make here. 3rd and 10 from inside your own 5. You just can't afford a mistake. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll send the back in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Trainers out evaluating this junior safety. We'll let you know his condition. Holly keeping an eye on all of the injuries for us. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Pressure coming. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Looking to throw again. Gonna take a shot. He's got it on the outside. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Move. They'll move the wide receiver. Runs through a tackle. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. I'll tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I got to make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Gonna run it. It's Roberts. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Simmons bringing the heat. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Going left, Fluff Bothwell.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Unloads it left. Got his man. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Sends it back in motion. Here's a give to Bothwell. Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there. And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Taylor wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Motion from the back. Touchdown Bulldogs! Into the end zone for 6.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it on the right. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Throwing Simmons. He's got the tight end. Touchdown Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy, because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive.